Welcome back to Drunk Wax Era. Make sure you like and subscribe, and remember to drink and wax responsibly. Alright, so this one's going to be a little bit different. So, pardon my reach, but we're going to start off with one of my favorite drinks. So, it's 50% Screwball, 50% 360 double chocolate vodka. It actually tastes kind of like what I'd like to think it tastes like a peanut butter cup. But so I'm pretty comfortable with my card collecting whims. So I'm going to share my man crush, or at least one of my man crushes, and kind of do like a Man Crush Monday series. So the first one is going to be Mickey Mantle. So that's right, Man Crush Monday, Mickey Mantle. So I also love alliteration on top of my cards. We'll get right into it. So, all of these cards are graded by SGC, in case you're wondering. Again, my favorite for vintage because of the way that it really focuses in on the card and not so much, anything else. The labels are a little bit smaller, and that black border, I think, is the part that I like. It shows off the vintage a little bit better. But so we're starting off with my favorite, the 1956 Mickey Mantle. It is, in fact, the grayback version. So it's a 2. Again, these aren't graded so much for, you know, what the grade is. It's more of, is it real or not? So, love this card. I'll flip it around and give you guys a look at the back. But I don't have a whole lot of mantles because mantles are expensive. This card can go from anywhere from $800 to $1,100 depending on where you buy it. But just some rundown stuff on Mickey Mantle. So switch hitter, played through a lot of injuries. If you ever get bored and you like documentaries, and I'm not going to admit to being a nerd, except for that I feel like I'm about to right now, but I love documentaries. There's a lot of good stuff on Mickey Mantle on YouTube that's available. And so if you look at the back, so there it goes. Mickey topped the league in homers and tied for the lead in triples in 55. Tied a record in 53 by hitting a Grand Slam homer in the World Series. They show a little picture there, and then I'm his shadow and I can't keep up with him. Just a funny little thing there. And then one of the fastest men in baseball, Mickey is a fine outfielder. The poor guy, if you watch the documentary, he's limping the bases in the 60s. Like, the guy had so many severe injuries that he played through. And just, how do they call it? What do the kids call it these days? A baller. So, just very nice card. I'm trying to keep it back a little bit so there's plenty of focus on the card. I'm getting better at this whole focus thing, so you guys don't feel like you're drinking like I am. But also, if you are drinking, that's okay too. So, 1968 tops. This is the second to last year. This Mickey Mantle, this one's really soft corners. If you're looking at it, you could probably see it looks almost rounded. It's a 2, number 280 out of the set. Oh, this is a hot mess right there. So the way SGC sits in that little card holder is a little bit of a pain. But try and get it to sit like that. There we go. Really nice yellow back, kind of different from probably what you see nowadays. Not probably, it is very different from what you see on the backs of cards today. However, Topps always tried to do every year, and that's one of the things that I think made Topps so much better than some of the other cards. But pretty card. If I didn't say how many, there's going to be 7 cards total. That's all I could afford, and it's probably about anywhere from 24 to $2,400 to $3,000 worth of Mickey Mantle cards. This one I've got rated 2.5, not rated, graded 2.5, 1957 tops. It's the two Yankees power hitters, Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra. So this card is like super well centered. I'm sure you can see that in the picture. Don't mind my red Solo cup and the reflection. But very pretty card. The back. This part's getting awkward. I'm a hot mess here. I may need to make some of these and get out the old woodworking stuff and make a better holder. Anyway, pretty standard back, which is also very well centered. You can see it's not trimmed. It fits in this SGC holder nice and tight, except for, okay, that small little bit. Don't mind that. All right, moving on to the next one. So if you guys like the idea of a Mancrush Monday, let me know. So I'll give you a quick rundown of some of the people that I have. I obviously, if you've watched the HGA videos, I have Shaq, I have Michael Jordan, I have Ken Griffey Jr., I have this little group of Mickey Mantle, I have Nolan Jones, I have a ridiculous amount of Nolan Jones, Cal Quantrill, Bo Naylor. I've got a lot of Indians players. But those are just kind of the tip of the iceberg. Most of the other stuff is kind of reasonable sized collections, I guess. But, all right, this one, much higher grade than some of the other ones. You can see the corners are still kind of there. 1960 Topps All-Star card of Mickey Mantle. It's number 563. It's so a 4 in SGC, obviously, that's a pretty nice score for a 1960. Overall, very pretty card. Again, stuck in the holder. The back has this really cool picture. It says, "That slam felt grand." And again, has the little note on there that the other one had of in the 53 series, Mickey hit a grand slam homer. So, because that's an all-star card, it does not have any stats on the back, similar to the last one that had Yogi Berra and Mickey Mantle. Since it was not the base card, it did not have the stats. This drink's really good, I'm just saying. Three cheers for day drinking. All right. Now this one, you will note, 1966 Topps. It's the number 50. It is the base card. So that's the 1966 base design. It's a 4. It's off center, but a lot of the other parts of the card look really, really nice. And without getting too crazy with it, try and flip this around. So the stats are side to side on this. Again, Topps has every year. I'll try and zoom without making it super awkward. All the way from 1951 all the way through 1965. Mickey's 18 World Series homers is a record. So it goes back to, how would Mickey fare in today's baseball? Probably pretty well, which is a big reason why I love having Mickey Mantles. I mean, you can have all the modern day people today that you want. There's really probably only going to be like a couple that are anything like Mickey Mantle. Maybe Mike Trout. Perhaps Fernando Tatis if he keeps it up. But in reality, when you look at it, Mickey's the real deal. He's not going to play anymore. He's dead. He's not going to have anything that causes him to be any less popular. If anything, people watching the old videos, he should become more popular. So feel comfortable, investing in vintage. The numbers are never going to go up. They're not going to overproduce. The chances are maybe people find some stuff in their attic or their grandparents' attic or something of that nature. But for the most part, all that stuff's been looked for because there's been several different eras where baseball cards were the thing. So people looked in the late 80s, early 90s, and then people just looked recently when they were all stuck at home. So, you know, and with all the home renovations, I highly doubt that they're going to find a bunch of stuff. Anywho. So, Mickeymantle. Yeah, it doesn't sound the same as the Mickey Mouse song. But this Mancrush Monday for Mickey Mantle, the last two are the same card, 1959, number 10. This one I got a 1.5. There are a lot of creases. I don't know if you can see it from the way the camera is. But, I don't really care. It's the real card. I think it has good eye appeal. I should have put this horizontal. I apologize. I'm not as thoughtful when I drink. So says my wife. She's very judgy, if you must know. So, again, it says in the 53 series, Mickey hit a Grand Slam homer. It has all of his stats up to 59. And it even has, some of his minor league stats. Home was Dallas, Texas, born October 20th, 1931. And I think the big thing, he was 5'11" and only weighed 192 pounds. And that dude beat the hell out of the ball, for lack of a better term. Just was amazing. I really suggest everyone go back to the YouTube videos and watch just how good he was. But then don't go and start raising the prices on all these cards, because I still have some that I want to get. And if everyone goes there, it's going to be rough on me. I'm just kidding. If you want them, get them. Now this one, same card, right? But this is a 2. Look at that centering. The last one had pretty good centering as well. I wouldn't shake a stick at this. I mean, if this was a woman, woman 1, woman 2, I don't know that I would see the difference until I've been around them for a while. But look at the centering, and honestly, the one thing that caught my eye when I first bought this was this left corner. It looks super sharp. So, this is my last one. It is the same as the other one, but just really nice shape. Not a whole lot of in the way of crease, but there is some printer marks right here, and then it also is horizontal. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Remember to drink and wax responsibly. And let me know how you like the Mancrush Monday, because if you do, I will definitely split it up and do some more of the people that I collect. So, again, I probably have 6,000 Shaquille O'Neal cards. I have about 1,500 Michael Jordan cards. Probably 2,000 Nolan Jones cards. But to be fair, like 1,100 of those are his first Bowman paper. I bought those a few years ago, so good on me, I guess. I've got Cal Quantrill, Bo Naylor. I've got bunches of those. And also, if you want to see my biggest mistake, which that's one of my favorite things of watching in the Chris Sewell videos, is his big mistakes. My big mistake in cards was buying Brandon Whedon cards. And not that it ended up being a huge mistake, because I ended up about even, but now I have a bunch of Brandon Whedon cards that, if you're looking for some, let me know. Anyway, have a good one, and see you around.